Hey guys, so today my mission is going to be this chicken coop and run. I need to give it a little bit of a neaten up because it's been a little bit neglected with the weather and the fact that I've been out of town. So now that I'm home, let's tidy up their little area and make sure that they're happy and content. Over here, I've just put some wood chips into this plastic bucket and left them out here in the sun just to ensure that the wood chips going into the coop are dry. I do have more here. So I'll definitely have enough wood chips for a refresh on the inside of the coop as well. Just had to fight a spider web to get this rake. I've just swept the concrete slab underneath the chicken coop, and now I'm going to actually deal with the chicken coop itself. Let's see what's going on there. So I'm going to come in with my spade and remove most of the turds, and then I will add in a new layer of wood chips in here, and then I will refresh the two nesting boxes as well, because I know this one in the corner, now you can't really see it because Babs is in the way. So this nesting box over here is in desperate need of a refill. This one's okay, but let's just refresh it and make everything nice and neat. Okay, ladies, move it along here, please. Thank you. Honestly, I'm just going to try and get as much of the rubbish out here as possible. If I lose a few wood chips in the process, I'm not going to be too sad about that. I am going to be putting this into the worm bin. So I tried out these chips a little bit earlier. I'm now just going to add a fair amount of them to the base here. Save some for the nesting boxes. And just gently add a top layer of fresh chips. Okay, perfect. Okay, so it's not 100% perfect, but it is perfectly fine. And at least now I can move on to my next task of the day. Now that I'm done with the chicken coop, I'm going to turn my attention to this area over here, and we're going to quickly put those wood chips into the worm boxes. So this one is my worm tower that I've been cultivating. This is my top layer. as you can see, there are actually worms in here, and from up here in the top we have a fair amount of worm action. There is some wormies here, some eggs, so they definitely are in here and they are reproducing. So I'm just going to now take a layer of this chicken litter and put it in here. This is a new experiment to us, adding this to our worm farms. I'm not going to add too much, just like that, and we leave it. Then with the remainder, I'm going to add to this worm box once I've tucked my gooseberry away. So this one looks a little bit worse, but we're trying to re-establish a healthy colony in here so that we can split it and make 2 larger bins and be able to produce more. So this looks a little dry at the moment, so we'll give it a good water. Perfect. I do actually have a little bit of worm tea in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this to pour over here, just like super inoculate the bin. As you can see, in the time that I was gone, this garden did not suffer at all. If anything, it's exploded. So there are a few things here I'd like to harvest. Some tomatoes, some spinach, and there are more paprikas to be harvested. So we may harvest that as well. 1 or 2 things for dinner, and we'll see where we stand after that. I'm just going to come along and cut this tomato vine off here at the stem, and then I'll keep all 3 tomatoes, because these tomatoes here that are slightly more yellow will continue to ripen inside. Not bad. Let's harvest some more chilies. That's a nice size pepper. Not that the others aren't. Any peppers we get are nice. That's madness. I can't believe how many there are. I am planning on making a mixed salad for dinner tonight, so I'm going to harvest a few of these lettuce leaves. The bottom ones that are looking somewhat more yellowed, I will save for the chickens or compost with the worms. This plant is probably going to bolt pretty soon, so I have planted new seeds. I don't see any evidence of them, but it's okay. So far, this is all we need. Also, just quickly while I'm in the garden, I want to harvest a bit of lavender. I'm going to try and break the branch off. There we go. I want to hang this in the coop because it helps make it smell better, gives them a little bit of entertainment and helps with the insects as a repellent. Right, so I've just taken that piece of lavender and I've hung it in this spider web filled grid up top here. Let's hope it helps with the mosquitoes. If anything, it should keep them calm at night. Down here I have my garlic chives. I'd like a few of these for in our salad as well. So I'm just going to come and break a couple off. Those will be tasty. And while I'm here, I'll also just grab a bit of marjoram. I don't need too much of this. I just want a little bit of extra depth to our salad. There we go. And then we'll use the tomatoes we harvested earlier and a couple of store-bought ingredients, and we should have a very nice salad.